to the second episode of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. This is Letters from the Past. Now, my reaction to Jojo episode 1, Dario the Invader, I had a lot of fun with it. Like, coming in, I didn't really have any idea about what to expect from the series. The reactions to the openings and the closing credits did kind of like leave me a little bit confused as to what was happening and the style of the animation. But diving into the manga and then watching that first episode, it does seem a little bit cleaner and more traditional than I was expecting. Now, people have been telling me in the comments, and you guys are a great resource for information, that the show, the first 9 episodes are fairly straight-laced, and then the show is definitely going to pick up its bizarreness down the track and really go full throttle. So I'm really excited to check it out. And I'm also curious about the people who told me the first couple episodes were boring. I didn't find that first one boring at all. I thought it was very cool. So I'm about to do number 2, Letters from the Past. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. So 7 years later, 1888, London's East End. Jack the Ripper. Oh no, their feud. Here we go. First time I saw this, I had no idea what I was getting into. So this is making more sense to me already. That kiss, there we go. Iconic moment. The blood on the mask. This is coming soon. It does foreshadow a lot, doesn't it? It does. I can see where the spoilers are coming in now. Jojo. So in future episodes, do you want me to just kind of skip over these credits? Because they're going to be repetitive. You're not really seeing them unless you are. I suppose it might mess up the timer, right? If we jump ahead. Let me know what format you're watching this on as well, be it Crunchyroll or some other format. Let's go. I'm so curious. Chapter 2, A Letter from the Past. So it's the football scene. Intercepted by Jonathan Joestar. Man, he's hulked out. He's huge now. Mild-mannered, 195 centimeter giant. He has been tackled. It's like tackling an elephant. Yep. This would be me if I was playing footy. No, I wouldn't. He's dragging them along. Once again, very comic accurate. But I love seeing the animation of it though. The pass. When I was reading the manga, I thought, is he on the opposing side? What is happening? What have I missed? It was really confronting and confusing to me that they started this episode out as friends and teammates. There's some fine running. Enjoy it while it lasts, guys. So a lawyer and an archaeologist. That's right. George is now daddy. But wait. I was adopted. I didn't turn into a psychopath though. Still harboring. Well, you would. You burned your dog alive, dude. Stole your girl. Friendship? Sir Joestar. So they've just been pretending to be friends and brothers all these years. It can't be good for the psyche when you're so pent up with rage. Oh no, George. Oh, I remember why. Feeling you, brother. I don't like hospitals either. Chest pains and swelling. What on earth could be wrong? So well acted. I mean, I don't understand a word they're saying, but I'm hearing the emotion in their performance. Much prefer the sub over the dub. Oh, you're evil. Keep on striving, sunshine, said the stone mask. That's right. Jojo noticed the blood and the impact it had on the mask. Now he's doing experiments because he's going to be an archaeologist. So the manga actually showed you what the mask did to somebody in the opening, had a bit of a prologue. I love that animation. Dario Brendo. Oh, the letter. Oh, so comic accurate. I can't believe. And these little flourishes are gorgeous. Swapping out the meds. Aha. Nice little callback, a little flashback to his connection. Busted. Why, nothing, dear brother. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dio is poisoning the people. You're poisoning the people. Crab. I'm glad he had a haircut. Put the medicine back on the tray. Oh, that's a sore point. Dio didn't like his daddy. Wow, punch. Whoa. Haha. Not this time. Launch. The Manga's all coming back to me now. Jojo is way stronger than Dio at this point. Yeah, you will. Not the police. He punched him in the face and nothing happened. Dario Brando. God, looks so good. Oh, one of those ad breaks again. Excuse me. Poor old fella. Oh, trust him now. Treated him like shit for a lot of years, man. So he's off to London. Jack the Ripper is running amok. But what I've read so far, Jack the Ripper didn't really play into the story too much. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I hate Dio, but I love him as well. Two days later. So the plan is to murder Jojo with the spikes on the mask, like thinking it's going to kill him. Can't believe how big he got. Ogre Street. Oops. Loving the music too, just saying the violin there. Really moody. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the manga was a bit more graphic in that regard. Ogre Street. Oh, yeah, nice. Try it, buddy. Like a sledgehammer. Gonna lose a few fingers. Punch. Nice. Oh, it's animated so beautifully. Where's the age of medicine, dude? Oh, razor blade hat. Looks so good animated. Looks like Ricardo Montalban. Khan from Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. Oh my god, is that who he's meant to be like? Ooh. See, you don't muck around with Jojo. Oh, nice. He's a tough guy, this Jojo. I'm fine. He thinks he's gonna get killed by the gang. But no. Khan has spoken. Ooh. Noble. It's like cool hat. I like your style. Jojo. Jonathan. Sly as a fox. No. He appreciates what you did, old man. He's turned to a fine character. Dio. Oh no. Yeah. Runs in the family, old man. Oh, nice. The manga's great, but the animation just really shows the violence. Oh, it's alright. Gonna try the Mascot. Wonder how this is gonna go. Ooh. So he's an out-and-out killer at this point? Oh, wow. Man. The animators really brought this to life nicely. Dio. But wait, there's more. Did you say oh fuck? Wow, it's very creepy. Vamp face. Oh wow. Nice and gory. Mascot his hand. Still coming. Ugh. Nice. Cool. The rays of the sun. Oh. Yeah. Cool. I love the violence. Well, I don't love the violence, but I just love that the animation's going there. Cool. So, the stone mask turns its wearer into a vampire. Where's this going, you may ask? So the manga I read the one chapter, the one part, seems to really caught up here. To be continued. Wow, like what I've read in the manga so far is really. It feels like I've read a fair bit, like two books, and it's pretty much covered in the first 2 episodes. Considering how many episodes there are, I'm surprised. So, I'm wondering how people would have felt watching this series for the first time, not having read the manga, were thinking, or what they were thinking when the vampire angle reared up its head. I mean, I knew because of the manga, and a lot of the people in the comments have always kind of given me descriptions of every series, and yeah, vampire, the word was used a lot. So yeah, kind of a spoiler, guys, just saying. So I'm loving all the Aztec imagery, which was in the manga, the first episode, the prologue, the first couple of pages of that first book, using the mask for sacrifice. Ooh, time with Dio. Very, very cool. So, Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper didn't really feature prominently in this one, but I suppose you could just blame the deaths that people find, all the dead people, on Jack the Ripper, right? Okay, so, yeah, like I mentioned, like I've read a fair bit of the manga, and it feels like the series is really kind of caught up to what I've read already. But just backtracking through the series to see some highlights. So, the introduction to the guys. Like 7 years have passed. And our first introduction to Jojo is this image here. So he's kind of like a small dweeby guy in that first episode. So he's described here as Joe Star, the mold-mounted 195 centimeter giant. So the guy bulked out. He grew into his body and become a behemoth. He's huge. He's Hulk size. He's big guy. And getting tackled in the footy match, they couldn't take him down. He was too huge. But what did take me by surprise in the manga was when he passed the ball to this guy. And my initial reaction was, oh, 'cause I didn't pay attention to the uniform that he's wearing. I thought he's on the opposing side, so I thought we are going to have a bit of a clash of the titans on the football field. And then I realized, hey, they're actually on the same side. And then we do find out that the guys are actually indeed friends, supposedly. Or they're pretending to be friends because they've been living together for 7 years. George adopted Dio, put him into the family, so it's all legit. But yeah, it's fake. We get that animosity is still there. And we have this lovely photo. I mean, look how friendly they look. They look so happy to be with each other, but inside they're like, hey, you're a dickhead. And once again, the animation is top notch. And we're having Jojo have a bit of a flashback about, you know, the adoption, but just the use of the color and the vibrancy is just, I like it. It's really cool what the animation is doing. So Dio's part of the family now, but he is poisoning George because that's how he wants to take him out, kill him, and then take over the inheritance. That way he's going to be rich, and then he can just kind of murder Jojo at his own sweet time. And move on with his plan to be the richest man alive. Once again, I just really like in the psychedelic animation here, like Jojo's reading the letter, and he's just had a terrifying thought about what Dio is indeed doing to his own father. Because Dario died under the same similar circumstances, and we have got Joestar here. Jojo is confronting Dio with the letter saying, "You killed my dad. You killed your dad, and now you're trying to kill my dad. I mean, you don't usually bring him his medicine, and yet your father had all the same symptoms as my dad, and your dad died. You're the common denominator. I'm going to accuse you." But he wants to get more evidence, so he can't. Like, he makes Dio promise on his own father's honor that he's not doing it, and of course Dio can't do that because his father was an asshole as well. And then Dio punches Jojo in the face. Punches him square in the face, and in that first episode that would have kind of sent Jojo flying to the ground with blood spurting. But I just love how, no, it's just like, kindly remove your hand from my face, good sir. Don't do that again, because now Jojo is a rock, an absolute monster. Dio's kind of outclassed, so he has to kind of reformulate his plans. Shit, wives dropping stuff. So Jojo goes off to London to investigate the place where the drugs have been purchased by Dio. When Jojo gets to London, we've met this shady character here. Khan. From Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, or as I call him, Ricardo Montalban, or as some of you are calling me, Speedwagon, right? I didn't get his name in this one, but I just know that people are saying that I look like this guy, like Speedwagon. So I googled it. I got a different haircut, guys, and I don't have that hat. Grey hair. I know all those people with grey hair all look the same. So we have a massive fight, and he learns that Jojo is a pretty solid guy, pretty stand-up, pretty noble. He could have ruined his face with his leg, but he didn't, so he's kind of decided that he's going to help him. And meanwhile, we've got Dio just flat out murdering folk with his mask, doing a live body experiment to see what the mask did when it shoved its spikes into his skull. He thought it was just going to be killing people, like, as spikes through the brain would. But and he seemed quite surprised when it just did that. He's like, oh, is that all it does? It's just a funky torture device. He even kicked him when he was like dead and spat on him and stuff, so classy. But then the guy's up in a really kind of spooky image here. Very Frankenstein-ish, I reckon. That was very cool. And then Dio realizes that, hey, this guy's fully vamped out on me. He looks pretty menacing. And when the vampire guy start sucking on his blood, he does indeed become younger. So when the vampire feeds on you, you grow younger. So that kind of explains a lot about what could possibly happen down the track. Like, I've managed to avoid most spoilers, but I do know that Dio is going to be around for a little while, I think. And if this is going to jump centuries down the track, it could explain a lot. Never mind the fact that the manga's already told me what's going to happen to Dio with the stone mask. And then at the very end, Jojo finally confronts Dio, saying that he has proof about his finished plot, and then that's to be continued to the next episode. So I'm kind of almost caught up just in 2 episodes with the manga, which is interesting. So I'm thinking I might read the manga after I've watched the series, because it is spoiler heavy. I'm going in with a fair amount of knowledge, and I would prefer to have the show wash over me and surprise me in its own way. So I think that's how I might progress from here on out. I still got a couple more episodes to go, which might have some information in there that I know about already, but after that I'm going to keep the slate relatively clean. Anyway guys, that was episode 2 of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Hope you loved it. I did. It was fun. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.